They won't see your pain. They won't understand your silence. They'll only see your results and call it luck. But they will never know the battles you fought in the dark. The nights you stayed awake, the tears you swallowed, the loneliness you turned into strength. Because real warriors are built in silence. Not when people are watching, not when the world is clapping, but in those moments when it's just you. Against your own doubt, against your weakness, against that voice that whispers, "You're not enough." You don't need attention. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You just need that fire inside you, the one that refuses to die. The one that burns quietly, patiently, consistently. You see, the strongest ones don't talk much. They don't show off. They don't seek credit. They just move, step by step, day by day, until one day, the world looks up and realizes a warrior was being built right in front of them. It's easy to act strong when people are cheering. It's easy to stay motivated when everyone believes in you. But what about when you're alone? When the support fades? When no one cares? That's when your real character is tested. That's when you either break or build. Pain doesn't destroy warriors. It forges them. Silence doesn't weaken them. It sharpens their focus. Loss doesn't stop them. It teaches them. Every warrior has a story that no one knows. A story written in sweat, in scars, in lonely nights, and in quiet mornings before the sun rises. They don't complain. They don't announce every move. They don't beg for attention. They simply become, because when you're built in silence, you learn something most people never will. You learn patience. You learn control. You learn how to move with purpose instead of noise. Every rep, every failure, every setback, it's shaping you. Every no you hear, every rejection, it's preparing you. Every moment you think you're being forgotten, you're actually being refined. Real warriors aren't made overnight. They're built slowly, painfully, through discipline. Through the moments when no one believes, and yet you keep going. Through the times when it hurts, and yet you don't stop. The world celebrates results, but it ignores the process. The sweat, the pain, the hours that break you. That's where warriors are born. In silence. It's in the silence where you find your truth. It's in the silence where you hear your own voice again. And that voice says, keep going, keep moving, keep building. Because one day, the silence will speak for you. One day, they'll see what you've become, and they'll wonder how you did it. They'll never understand. You were built in places they never looked. You were built through storms they couldn't survive. You were built through battles they couldn't fight. When you move in silence, you move with clarity. You don't waste time explaining yourself. You don't waste energy proving your worth. You let your work, your discipline, your results speak. You stop chasing approval. You stop seeking validation. You stop begging to be seen. Because you know the real ones are never loud. They don't announce greatness. They reveal it. Every time you choose consistency over comfort, you're building. Every time you wake up tired but still move, you're building. Every time you keep your goals private and let the grind talk, you're building. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. Let them call you quiet, boring, or obsessed. Because one day, they'll understand. One day, they'll look back and say, you were never ordinary. You were focused. You were dangerous. You were becoming something they couldn't even imagine. Silence isn't weakness, it's control. It's the art of moving with purpose. Without revealing your every step. It's power without arrogance. It's patience without fear. When you're built in silence, you stop reacting to noise. You stop comparing. You stop competing. You stop proving. Because you realize the only person you have to beat is who you were yesterday. That's what warriors understand. It's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the last one standing. It's about showing up when everyone else quits. It's about walking alone with faith in your purpose. Warriors don't need to be seen. They need to be prepared. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They don't chase motivation. They build discipline. And discipline is born in silence. When no one's watching. When it's hard. When you could quit, but you don't. The noise outside doesn't matter. Because your mission is internal. Your focus is internal. Your growth is internal. You don't need to announce your goals. You need to chase them. You don't need to talk about your dreams. You need to bleed for them. You don't need to tell the world who you are. You need to show them. Every great warrior once walked the same lonely path you're walking now. They doubted themselves too. They failed too. They fell and rose again. Not because someone saved them, but because they refused to stay down. That's what being built in silence really means. You find strength where others find excuses. You find focus where others find distractions. You find growth where others find pain. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are being shaped in ways the world can't yet see. So stay patient. Stay consistent. Stay humble. One day, everything you're working for will come together. One day, the ones who doubted you will remember your name. And one day, you'll look back and realize the silence was your greatest weapon. Because you didn't waste your energy proving who you are. You built yourself until proof became undeniable. Every hour in the dark counts. Every quiet victory matters. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you step closer. It's never about being loud. It's about being real. About showing the world that no matter how quiet your journey looks, it's filled with fire. So keep your plans private. Keep your moves low-key. Keep your focus sacred. Because noise fades. Hype dies. But legacy remains. And legacy is built by those who had the courage to stay silent when the world demanded noise. When the time comes, when your results speak, when your actions echo louder than your words, you'll understand why you needed the silence. You'll understand that the noise wasn't your enemy. It was your distraction. And by walking away from it, you found your true power. You were never meant to be seen early. You were meant to rise unexpectedly. You were meant to appear from nowhere, unannounced, unbothered, unbreakable. That's how warriors move. That's how legends are made. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Not in the crowd, but in solitude. So when they ask where you've been, tell them you were building. Tell them you were growing. Tell them you were becoming the version of yourself that silence demanded. And when you finally rise quietly. Let your success speak in whispers that shake the world. Because the truth is, real warriors don't talk. They train. They bleed. They build. In silence. And when the world finally hears your name, they'll think it happened overnight. They'll think you were born ready. They'll never see the nights you went without sleep, the mornings you woke before the sun, the days you kept moving with a tired body but an unbreakable spirit. They won't see the sacrifices, the friendships you outgrew, the comfort you let die, the countless times you smiled in public while breaking in private. They won't see it, but you will remember. Because silence remembers everything. You'll remember the empty gym, the quiet room, the rain hitting the window while you kept grinding. You'll remember the feeling of giving your best and hearing nothing back. No applause, no recognition, only the echo of your own breath saying, "Keep going." And one day, when it all pays off, you'll realize something powerful. You didn't need them to believe in you. You only needed to believe in yourself. That's the essence of a warrior. You don't fight because someone's watching. You fight because it's in your nature. Because there's a voice inside that refuses to accept weakness. Because somewhere deep down, You know your life has meaning beyond comfort. So when the noise returns, when people finally notice you, stay calm, stay humble, smile, and remember, you didn't build this for their praise. You built it for your peace. You built it for the one person who never left your side. You. Keep walking. Keep building. Keep becoming. Because real power doesn't shout. It whispers. It moves quietly. But when it arrives, the world feels it. And when your silence finally speaks, it won't just tell your story. It will awaken others. It will remind them that greatness doesn't need an audience. That discipline is louder than applause. That warriors are not born, they're built. In silence. And when it's all over, when the dust settles, when the noise fades, you'll stand there quietly, not needing to explain anything. Your actions will speak. Your scars will speak. Your silence will echo louder than every word they ever said about you. Because you didn't chase fame. You chased growth. You didn't seek validation. You sought mastery. You didn't beg the world to see your worth. You became undeniable. And in that moment, you'll realize what few ever do. The world may forget the loud ones, but it never forgets the silent ones who built empires when nobody watched. So move quietly, train deeply, rise humbly, because warriors don't talk about power, they become it, built in silence. Remember that, and when your story is told, it won't start with applause, it'll start with struggle. It'll start with nights no one saw and mornings no one cared about. But that's what made you different. That's what made you dangerous.